Where to first?
We could take care of any lingering business in the realms.
Or investigate those pieces of Asgard.
Either way, we're with you, brother. Lunda also mentioned... It's going to be a get-together to honor Brock's memory at Rab's Tavern in Svartalfheim. I'd like to go.
Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hel's army, but was reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Kratos.
Ah, yes. Well, I can see why he'd hold off on such a subject until he saw if we survived the battle.
Mimir, what exactly did you promise the large bird?
Oh, nothing too horrifying. It's just that she'd like to... retire.
Retire? Hel's eagle wants to retire?
Indeed. And don't ask me what she expects to do with her free time. I assure you there is no reassuring answer.
Can she even do that? Not be Hel?
Apparently so. She just requires relief. Someone else to step in and become Hel, as it were.
No more for now. Focus.
There, fancy a riddle.
If you fancy a boot to the head.
Riddle solved. You'll need to get around that shield!
Care of the rider
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
This is the last.
Well, if there's more of these Asgard fragments out there, the Einherjar will continue to be a nuisance for the realms.
Only if we do nothing. The realms will never heal if they remain.
How many more?
Only one way to find out.
seems like old times. Oh, we used to travel through this temple constantly. A quick how do you do to Brock, then off on another adventure.
You miss it?
Aye. Everything felt simpler then.
Agreed.
This here's the fun part. My lady.
Impressive.
What do you need, handsome? You need any more?
What is wrong?
No, nothing. It's just, don't know if you've heard, but we're gonna say goodbye to Brock in Svartalfheim.
A funeral.
Yeah. We're meeting at Rab's Tavern in Nethervalir.
We will be there.
You and Thor caused that?
Yes.
It's just like the one in Vanaheim.
Well, lady, I was curious about some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
So let me see if I understand. We're expected to find someone to relieve Hrasfellr and become Hell?
Enough talk for now. Be ready.
What a beautiful dagger.
Impractical.
Ceremonial. Circling back to the topic of prophecies brought about by the efforts to avoid them, I think I can recall such a story as you mentioned, brother. A Greek tale for the stage. Rather lurid, but very popular. You know the one?
Every Greek knows the tragedy of the Theban king.
Yeah, word gets around about that sort of thing.
So let me see if I understand. We're expected to find someone to relieve Hrasfelder and become Hell?
Another time. We must focus.
To Vanaheim, then.
Sounded like Lady Sif managed to convince the old boar to shelter the Aesir refugees.
It was his idea.
Oh?
To foster peace among the Vanir and Aesir.
That's brilliant. Shifty bastard must be trying to prove he can out-diplomat me.
At least he's not convincing her to marry someone, like some other diplomats would.
A deservedly low blow, Your Majesty.
Anytime.
Freya, something is on your mind. What is it?
Freyr's sword. Ugh. The closer we get, the more tightness grows in my chest.
You're sure you want to continue?
Confronting the past comes with a price.
It must be done. I've lived with this pain far too long, if you can believe it. We were happy once. For a time, foolishly believed the peace would last. Perhaps that was my mistake. All I wanted was to protect my family.
There is no shame in that.
I failed, all the same. Do you know why I left that night, Mimir?
Only a hunch.
He showed me who he really was. Odin asked me to cast a protection spell on him. The one I used on my son. But the way it drove our boy mad, I refused. He was furious. Throwing every object he could find, destroyed the room. There was only coldness after that. I tried to make it work, but...
No one could have lived like that, Your Majesty.
Freya, you spoke of your brother's sword. How did Odin acquire it?
I'll answer this one. Odin, disguised himself as the most beautiful person Freyr had ever seen.
This separated Freyr from his sword.
Oh, with embarrassing speed.
I am glad Freyr ultimately retrieved it.
Me too. My little fool. Allow me. Fool. I never thought I'd come back here. Reavers, of course.
Watch out! Another soul eater! It doesn't belong here! We must get rid of it! Hit its chest! What it drops is highly volatile. Protect yourself! On your guard, Kratos!
Behind you! Look out! Behind you, brother!
Protect yourself!
This place. It used to be sacred. Now it sits abandoned, vandalized. Hopefully the objects I'm looking for are still here.
Anything illuminating?
The door is shut. If memory serves, we'll need to light both of those torches to open it. This is a mystic fire. Its flames are short-lived. That's it. There. I see the challenge.
Learn anything?
Look at this.
From the ceremony.
A symbol of reconciliation. We drank from the lover's chalice until we could hardly stand. I confided in him that night about wanting an apology from Freyr. Odin reassured me that he'd be the only family I'd need. And I believed him. It's a denouncement from my people. placed during my wedding.
Another one! Left side!
From behind! Incoming!
Nicely done!
So much about that day I wish I could change. If only I'd seen it.
What's it say, brother? Left side, brother!
Got him!
The crest of the Hewley family. One of the first families ripped apart by the war. My circlet's here.
It's on that pedestal by the balcony!
We must remove these creatures first.
How come?
Use your arrows! It belonged to you.
A symbol of commitment. After the ceremony, he had a new one made every week, each more beautiful than the last. He stopped when I refused to teach him the old magic. You know, my people used to send me gifts too, so I wouldn't forget home. But after the birth of my son, they stopped. I can't read that from here. Let's head back and I can take a better look. I thought I'd feel peace by breaking it. But I feel nothing.
Perhaps what you seek cannot be found in the circlet.
It's unstable! Get back!
The word isn't complete. It's missing a piece. The word is complete, but I still can't read it from here. Let's head back down.
Better now?
No. The pain only grows. Will I never be free of it? What more do I need to do? The runic word appears. After all the battles I've fought, why does the other side of this door scare me most?
The most difficult battles are fought within, but this battle, you will not fight alone. Are you ready?
Yes. There it is. My final tie to Asgard. We drove that sword into the pillar together. The sword was forged for the ceremony. A symbol of our union. Mona.
The stone refuses to let go.
Mona! The deepest wounds form the strongest bonds. Bastard said it as part of our vows. I hate it when he's right. Asgard holds a part of me I can't sever. I bond to my son. To the Valkyries. That damn realm isn't just Odin's. It belongs to me, too. The pain he caused is his. I refuse to keep holding on to it. This sword no longer holds our legacy. But it will serve as mine.
A much more fitting use for it. Anything interesting, brother?
I suppose it's on to the next battle now.
Yes. You won an important one today.
Behind you!
Behind you! Look out! I felt that one, brother. If I may.
Since when have you ever asked for permission?
It's just... I owe you my life, such as it is. And I caused you so much pain. Put you in a terrible situation. For that, there, I'm truly sorry.
I wanted to end that war too.
I know. I swear to do better for you nonetheless. Anything you ask, consider it done. I'm forever in your debt.
I appreciate that. Even if you can't help being an obnoxious...
I'm afraid I'll never know how to stop doing that, Your Majesty.
Kratos, I see something.
So much for that boat.
You know, an arrogant man once told me you can't change the past, only how it shapes you. I think he might be right. It's been a while since I've had a confidant. Would the god of few words lend me his ear now and again?
As long as I am needed.
So let me see if I understand. We're expected to find someone to relieve Hrasfelger and become Hell? Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Terrible weather, infinite hour, and the possibility of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless, or worse, if they aren't completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a replacement?
Complete chaos, yes.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
All is desolation, a fitting fate.
Looks like more armor for Lunda to fix up.
The last of them. Spirit.
Freya, you returned.
Astrid, what happened to you? To your garden?
The Einherjar. My life's work rotted. My monument to your glory reduced to this. I am sorry, my queen.
You need never apologize to me, old friend.
I swore to keep this garden in bloom until you return. To live forever amongst its putrescence. A just punishment.
I will return, Astrid. Kratos, we purge this garden of poison.
Why?
The earth is a reflection of those who tend it. So long as the land is plagued, her soul will be as well. We have to destroy the totems. They're poisoning Astrid's
When
garden.
my garden blooms, so will my soul.
See that explosive? Setting it off could help.
Ah, maybe you can hit it from a different angle. Yet another sleeping beast. The handiwork of Alvis Stonefoot.
Life returns to the garden. Good. garden still aches. There must be more poison somewhere. Look, the door's held shut by that counterweight. We lower it, the door will open. Break that chain, and it'll lower the counterweight. The family crest of Henir. Poor man. Can you see if there's a way inside while you're up there? It's finished. Let's return to Astrid.
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
Hi.
The land. It's alive again.
Yes, your garden grows again.
Freya, how did you...
It's okay, Astrid. It's time to move on.
Thank you, goddess. I do love you.
And I you.
You've done a great kindness.
A temporary one. The garden will die again.
All things do. That is no reason not to try.
Something else I recall about that Greek play I mentioned, if you won't take offence to the critique. As a work of performance, it consisted almost entirely of watching people give speeches and receive terrible news. It might have been nice to see more events dramatised instead of described.
It is Greek tradition for a story to unfold in a single time and place uninterrupted. It is more clear.
If you say so.
Great. Maybe you can break the chain from here as well, no? The gate's open. We can head back and get inside.
Above you! Watch out!
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame.
On your left! Sucker the bold.
Behind you!
Can't do this without you, Kratos!
Suck of a ball! Lost the rage!
Kratos! Are you okay?
Lost the rage! Break your neck! Don't go fast!
Behind you! Watch out! Behind you! Look out!
Lost the Peter! Behind you! Incoming! Incoming! Above you! It's your end! Say goodbye! Brother! Get up! Brother! Suck of a ball! For Don't go!
Above you! Incoming!
It's your end. I felt that one, brother. Say goodbye.
Behind you!
Say goodbye. You lost the race. Fake or fake.
Behind you! Incoming!
Come on, Kratos! Off your back!
Weak circle the ball.
Say goodbye.
Oh, I felt that one, brother.
I'm not the hate. Moving ankle. I hit you. Fake or fake.
Watch out! And now, invoking Lyra after what they did.
Lyra. I've never heard of it.
It was a peaceful kingdom, full of artists and poets. But it fell to ruin long ago.
And these berserkers were responsible.
Them and their accursed King Hrolf. What little blood I have still boils at the thought.
Your former home, I assume.
Let's just take this victory and move on, huh?
There is no need to shoulder this burden on your own.
Admittedly, you're shouldering the brunt of the work here. Let me worry about the emotional burden.
Do you regret it, Mimir?
Most likely. What are we talking about in particular?
Giving up your body?
I regret exchanging my life for my freedom? That's a question I ask myself every day, my lady.
What about today?
Today? Glad to be out in the world. How else could I spend such quality time with you?
Okay, okay.
Mia, you may tell a story if you wish.
Am I preferable to silence at last? A rare day. I'm touched. But since you mention it, there has been one on my mind of late. It goes back to my earliest days, when I had little more to do than observe the mortals who passed through our forest. Of late. It goes back to my earliest days, when I had little more to do than observe the mortals who passed through our forest.
Not now.
Enemy behind you!
Behind you, brother!
Shield strike, now!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Incoming left side!
Behind you, brother! Behind you, brother! Behind you!
Use a shield strike! Behind you! Watch out!
Einherjar! Left leg!
Behind you! Look out!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
From behind! Incoming! Right leg! behind you!
Right side!
Behind you! Watch out!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Behind you! Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Behind you!
Use a shield strike! Incoming right side! On your right! Behind you, watch out! The Alpha!
Behind you! It's regenerating! One left!
The Alpha!
Give him what for!
I don't understand why they keep fighting. Can't they sense Odin is dead?
They are soldiers. They will always be loyal to him, alive or dead. It is a matter of honor.
Yes, they will continue to follow his orders and keep the realms under his thumb.
Not for long, they won't.
Regarding security.
An equal force of Rainier must be present at all times,
The presence of Rainier may be difficult for my people.
just as their presence would comfort home.
Perhaps we table that for now.
What can I do for a goddess? Just when I thought you couldn't get more godly. This here's the fun part. All this for little old me? Wanna talk for a spell?
Kratos, Freya, welcome back. Mimir.
Lady Sif,
Freya.
it speaks volumes seeing you here in person. The first of the Aesir to visit us in peace.
Really, Your Majesty?
It's the capacity of the Vanir's forgiveness that speaks volumes.
We know Asgard was more than Odin and his Einherjar. If they'll help us rebuild, they're more than welcome to stay.
Aesir and Vanir living together. I never thought it possible.
I imagine a severe lack of options for the Aesir helped ease things along.
Oh, Mimir. It has truly been a pleasure not listening to your prattling commentary for the last 100 winters.
Well, excuse me, milady.
100 winters of Mimir bleating at court? I think I'd rather be exiled.
Indeed. Oh, the stories I have.
Really? Do tell.
Well, everything appears to be in order here, diplomacy administered, and all's well. Let's leave these two to their planning, shall we?
Where can
Over there. Maybe another fallen piece of Asgard.
We should look into it.
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! Watch your right! Be wary of that tail! I just had a thought. With Asgard destroyed, where will the Einherjar go?
Valhalla exists both inside and outside of Asgard. Who knows what became of it?
Aye. Suppose they'll have to find rest somewhere. I must say, I think we make a good team. With my brains, Kratos' brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time.
I was going to say brutality.
That works.
Freya, you once survived a giant's corpse to stop a certain fight we won't talk about. Could you call on that power again?
Maybe. Do you have a massive giant's corpse for me to revive? Well, there you go.
No? Serves you right! More Draugr crawling out of the bloody ground. You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! Behind you, brother! That's certainly the Empress I told you about. Blamed the gods for the death of her family, and has been haphazardly wreaking her vengeance on anything within arm's reach. Even death didn't stop her.
I know.
Must stop that Noken from singing!
Behind you! Brother, I've heard my share of stories about your homeland, but I'd also heard that you once fought in a tournament.
I fought in many contests.
But this particular one, I heard you did battle with beasts, scoundrels, princesses, the undead, automatons, and history's greatest musician. That's not true, is it?
I would not speak of this.
Fair enough, brother.
Freya, when Hildisvini went to Helheim, how did he not freeze to death?
A perk of the Jofur.
The boar-shifting warriors of Vanaheim, as wise in statecraft as they are deadly on the battlefield.
So they may shift into whatever form they like.
Sure, so long as the only two shapes they'd like to shift into are human and boar.
Huh.